Imagine losing your freedom over fireworks. Crazy story. Here's what happened. We're in France, 17th century. Cardinal Mazarin just passed away, and his position as prime minister is now up for grabs. Mazarin served both kings, Louis XIII and his young son, Louis XIV. He even helped raise the young king after his father passed away and served as a mentor and a support. And now he's gone. However, not everyone in the kingdom is mourning the passing of Cardinal Mazarin. Enters Nicolas Fouquet, Louis XIV's finance minister. Charming, brilliant, wealthy, and beloved by the court, Nicolas Fouquet is a straight-up menace. Fouquet does not wear a crown, yet people listen when he speaks. The court is in awe of his presence, and he has connection in high society that even the young king wish he had. As a finance minister, Fouquet lives a life of extravagance, lavish parties, pretty women, GTA infinite money glitch that whispers louder than words. Given his influence in high French society, Fouquet is confident that the young king will appoint him as the new chief minister. To his surprise, Louis XIV does the opposite. The young king, not yet feared, not yet untouchable, still learning to control the room and insecure by his power, decides to eliminate the position of chief minister altogether and consolidate power all for himself. Fouquet is shocked. With this decision, along with many others, Fouquet can sense that he's falling out of the king's good grace. So what does he do? Eager to regain the king's favor, Fouquet uses the completion of his new castle, Boardrooms, to throw the most extravagant party the kingdom has ever seen, hoping to regain a favorable position with the king. The moment Louis XIV's carriage rolls to the iron gates of Boardrooms, the king sees it. A castle larger than his own, garden that stretched endlessly into the night, water fountain that shoot water higher than church tower. Music is played in the garden, poet performs by the pool, and in the building, artists display masterpieces that even the king does not possess. And the king here gets whispered in awe, praising his finance minister directly. This rubs the king the wrong way. The king smiles, but behind the smile, something hides. At the height of the night, Fouquet launched a series of fireworks that tore open the night sky. This firework display was a dazzling spectacle of vibrant colors and shimmering sparks that turned night into day. And this is where it all happened. The entire court turned their back to King Louis XIV to watch the spectacle. This simple act of turning their back to the king is what ended up sealing Fouquet's fate forever. At that moment, the king realized that another man created more awe and commanded more admiration from the court than the king himself. Another man had the king's court turn their back on him without his permission. At that moment, the king felt humiliated. And one thing about kings, they do not forgive humiliation. The very next day, no music, no lights, no fireworks. Fouquet is arrested in front of the court. Fouquet is accused of embezzlement and stealing money from the kingdom. Chains replace silk, courtyard replace beautiful garden, friends and allies disappear just like that. In less than 24 hours, Fouquet was judged, found guilty, and sent to France's most isolated prison where he spent the last 20 years of his life in solitary confinement. That's tough. Fouquet's new palace was stripped stone by stone, and the architect he used to build Bourdrooms was commissioned by the king to build one of the most extravagant palaces, the Palace of Versailles. Oh man, that's tough. Fouquet did not lose power by fall. Instead, he lost his power by flying too close to the Sun King, Louis XIV, and he burned his wings. So what can we learn? Your success in life depends on how bright you shine around others. Shine bright around your peers and you might get the opportunity of a lifetime. Dim your light around gatekeepers and doors might open up for you. It is all a balance in life. And with that, I don't argue, I don't pick sides. I'm only here to tell you how the story ends. Until next time.